Hey gorgeous star sign, welcome to this round of November love readings. Hope you guys have been enjoying November, wishing you all the best. So if you've been following my channel, you know the love readings always change, they're always shifting. I can't tell you why, it's just what happens. So I have a brand new format, so we're going to pull some oracle cards from the Journey of Love deck, and then we're going to clarify them with some tarot, and then kind of get a final mystical moments oracle just to kind of sum everything up. This round has been interesting. I filmed a few of them so far. They're really focusing on relationships and not always romantic ones. So a lot of this also has to do with just the relationship with yourself. So we're coming out of, I'm filming this on the 19th. Well, I filmed a couple, but today is the 19th. Mars just moved into Scorpio. Mercury is finally going direct this week. So lots of fun things going on. And then Venus is going to be conjunct Jupiter, I think on Sunday during this weekend. So lots of really good things affecting our relationships, especially romantic ones, and how we're connecting to other people in an emotional way. So lots of cool things. This reading really seems to be focusing on how our relationships are shifting and what role we play in it and how we need to adjust and act accordingly. So I can't wait for you to see your readings. I hope you enjoyed them. If you do, please give the video a like and subscribe if you're not already part of our family here. I forgot to mention this in some of the videos, which is why I'm doing it now versus at the end, because some of you will miss it. But yes, and again, if you ever want to connect with me, share anything with me, ask me a question, please feel free. Hit me up in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot and DM me there. Some of you would rather chat there than in the comment section, so it's fine. However you feel comfortable doing that, I'm super happy to engage with you guys. Without further ado, let's get into your reading. See you in a sec. Hey Pisces, welcome to your November love reading. Oh, this is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, won't keep you waiting much longer. Let's get into it. I hope you've been having a great November, Pisces. Oh. Alright. Whew. Started to feel a little bit off. I woke up this morning and there was a leak in my roof, so I had to move my space. I've moved my whole desk to another part of my room, so I'm like, ugh. Interesting start to my day. Alright. So yes, I hope your morning is going much smoother than mine. Alright, Pisces. Let's turn them so they're nice and straight. What do we have? Oh! What better way to start a love reading than the Heartfire card? Love that. First card in the deck, Legacy of Light. Oh, and then look at that. Devotion to the Small. So, okay. Alright. What an interesting mix. Very interesting mix. Actually, I'm going to read a little bit of the Legacy of Light from the book. Let me see. Forgive me, I'll turn the page. What is it? 53. Alright, here we go. So I'm just going to read a little bit. This oracle says to you that you have connected more powerfully with a source of spiritual guidance and instruction that is helping you to fully activate your divine life mission and purpose. It is confirmation that however you are choosing to live your life is in service to the light, whether it be obviously so to others or not. I love. Alright. Sorry, I don't think I've ever actually pulled this card. That's a new one. These guys, the reason I kind of said it was funny, because these are a little, they're not opposite, but it's interesting. So Heartfire really is about really connecting to your passions, what motivates you, and I don't want to say letting it consume you, but there is this kind of deeper correlation between your actions and your passions. Like, this is really a new connection on what motivates you and what fuels you and what fires you up, all right? And then this legacy of light, again, kind of confirms that connection, because it's like here you have a connection to self, but we're all extensions of the divine. So if you're getting in touch with yourself deeper, you're also getting in touch with the divine deeper. You know what I mean? Like, you really can't only do one of those two things. But here with this legacy of light, I think the narrative here has a lot more to do with the effect that that's going to telegraph out. It's a very like ripple effect. As you change this connection and deepen this connection, the influence you have over the situations around you, the people around you, are slowly going to shift and lift. And then here, devotion to the small, the like straight up meaning of this card is literally like, it has this notion of like taking care of Mother Earth, like the plants, the like smaller entities on this planet that can't speak up for themselves. You can kind of see even in the card, she's like leaning over this cute little flower down here, right? In terms of your relationships, I feel like this is I'm trying to think how I want to word this. Because essentially it's kind of like you're looking out for those same kind of, the smaller people, the more quiet ones, or at least you are taking this role of the nurturer, right? You're taking this role, but it's more than just that, because you already, take care, especially if you're in a relationship, you already take care of that person. You support them in your own unique ways. So you already do this, but this is really taking it one step further, and it feels almost protective in a way. It's like maybe you're not necessarily taking care of the individual, but there's like these really small, delicate, like uber gentle facets of someone's personality or of a situation. And those are the things you're really kind of honing in on. Like, you're really focusing on the moments, not the moments, but the kind of facets of this relationship that, maybe get ignored, maybe don't, stand out as much as the other ones. They aren't as, glaring or as ostentatious. These are the parts of your relationship that you kind of push to the side or don't get a lot of recognition, or it almost feels like it's something that may not even be talked about very much. Maybe you and your partner know that this needs some attention, but you just kind of let it go in lieu of other things that maybe feel more pressing, right? I almost wonder if this has to do with children as well. And maybe not necessarily your own children, maybe your partner has children. And I feel like that may be like a big facet of your relationship, or at least moving it forward or helping it to grow. We'll see. Let's get some clarifiers in here. Oh, you know what? We'll take you. Ooh, all right. Got some majors in here. So on the Heart of Fire, look at that. 7 of Wands. So not a big surprise. 7 of Wands, especially in this deck, really speaks to kind of finding yourself in unfamiliar territory. And that could be speaking to many things. But of course, if you're feeling lost and feeling like this is all new and I don't know how to navigate this, of course you would check back in with yourself. Recenter, realign. Why am I here? What am I doing here? What do I want to accomplish here? Right? Going through all those assessments to really make some educated guesses on how to navigate these waters, because it does feel new. And it could just be this relationship. It could be, maybe this is the first relationship you've had where your partner had kids, or maybe you just had your first kid, so it's like, oh, parenthood, what's going on? Could even be like some new kind of seedling of a project. Maybe you just started a business with your partner. You know, so it's just something new to you and something small that's growing. This Seven of Wands is just kind of speaking to it, just being unfamiliar, being new. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and I definitely don't see it as a block. It just feels new and uncertain is really what's going on here. And then you have this legacy of light being clarified by the Tower. All right. So, Tower a lot of times can be a scary energy. I think especially with legacy of light coming, or having it clarify the legacy of light, the old ways need to change. If this relationship, if this journey is meant to last, or if you want it to last and you're willing to put in the effort, you can't be the same person you were. You can't, it's not about taking these new circumstances and fitting them into your existing regimen or into your routine. That's not going to happen. And if you try to make it happen, it's not going to work. So I think that really is going to determine what crumbles. Because if you try to force it, that whole thing is coming down. But if you can knock down a few walls to make room for these people you're trying to let in, whether it's one person, whether it's, a little family, to make a new family, you need to renovate your castle. Because if you just try to force it in, it's not going to fit and everything's going to crumble down. All right? Because again, this legacy of light was, yes, talking about a connection to spirit. But like I said earlier, we are all divine. We're all extensions of the divine. This connection is really about, it's like that trickle-down effect. It's a big ripple effect. How are our actions affecting the others involved? How do they fit in? What shifts for them as I continue to shift my own, like redecorating this tower. And then look at that, devotion to the small. And the Judgment card, this is rebirth, this is purpose. And it almost kind of correlates to what I was talking about with the heart fire, right? Feeling uncertain, so checking in with yourself. What do I want? What do I need? What's my goal here? Judgment is like the higher level of that exact discussion. Because again, this is about, hearing the angel's trumpet and finding purpose and then making that conscious decision to move towards it. So part of this, especially with it clarifying devotion to the small, this is almost like a renewed dedication on what you're going to do as this provider, as this nurturer, as this protector. It's like almost how important is this commitment? And I say that because I don't necessarily know if this is the outcome, at least not for all of you, but this is the question you're facing. So let's use the example I had earlier. If, say you're dating someone that has children, that is going to be a big part of your relationship. Because honestly, I feel like, especially with devotion to the small, I feel like if that's the case, they're young. Maybe not like newborns, but like you've got some young kids that, you're going to be a part of their life. You're going to help them to grow and learn and develop and figure out, how they place in this big, mighty world. That's going to be a big part of this relationship. So a big question that you're facing is that really something I want to do? Because again, it's not like, oh, they're gonna join you, but they're gonna follow your rules. Like, no, you are going to have to adapt and change and rework, the structure of your world. It's not about fitting them into your plan. No. It's the other way around, my friend. And I think that's really the question. Like, are you willing to tear this tower down, to commit, to these responsibilities? And I think that's why there's not really an outcome here, because it's going to depend. Like, you need to figure out what is it that you really want, and do these new things. And I say things because it could be children, it could be a job, could be whatever new kind of budding thing is happening within this relationship. Is that going to be in alignment with what you really want, with what makes you happy, with what fuels you? That's the big question here. All right. Get one more card before we wrap up. Cool. Oh, oh. Or 2. We're going to get 2. And again, maybe this is, maybe we get 2 because this is those of you who stay and those of you who, you know, like, oh, I need something different. Oh, stop it. All right. So first one out, oh, sunny day. I love this image. It's a beautiful image. So for me, this is for those of you who make this commitment. Right? And again, because look, devotion to the small, this lovely little tiny small thing, sitting on a mushroom. Couldn't get much smaller than that, right? But this is for those of you who really commit. If this, because again, if these two things are in alignment, if your passions are in alignment with this situation, golden. And I feel like this is representative more of the children. Like this is more of that small thing, whatever it is you're nurturing. This is, you know, them looking ahead, looking forward, you know, to a new day, a new dawn. Maybe they're, you know, maybe the other parent, you know, obviously they're split because now you're dating, you know, their mom or dad. But maybe the other parent created a situation that wasn't ideal, that maybe they weren't super happy with. And you turn that around when you make this commitment. And then we also have the Liberty card, which is freedom, right? You can kind of see this little bird, you know, kind of poking out of the cage, right? It's almost funny. It's almost like the woman is kind of like baiting the bird out. She's got like a little treat in the back of her hand. And the bird's like, oh, what's that? So I think for those of you who kind of go through this assessment and realize, you know, once you get here, you're like, oh, that's not really what I want at this stage in my life, or that's not really what I was going for. I didn't really want to sign up for that. For some of you, there may be some type, I don't almost want to say a temptation, because I keep getting drawn to that hand with whatever that little, I think it's supposed to be like a snowflake, but she's holding it like a little biscuit. And then this bird is like, ooh, I want that. So I think for those of you who this isn't it, this is kind of what you need to do. You do kind of have to free yourself from this situation. Follow what, you know, holds some desire for you. Because again, big part of this is assessing that and what is it that you want. Does this connect? If it doesn't, you need to go find more of this. Which, you know, it may be hard to leave this situation because it's not a bad one. Again, this is just, you know, what fits your passions or desires now. Because if this doesn't fit, it's not fair to either one of you to try and make it work, right? And again, it's not going to end well if you do. So I think that's why you guys got 2 outcomes. Some of you going to be amazing and help to nurture and grow whatever this is, whether it's children or a new adventure. And then some of you, it's time to go find something new. Find something different. Find something more in alignment, sorry. Find more alignment. I don't know, maybe that's what I meant to say. Who knows? All right, my lovely Pisces. I'm going to wrap it up here. You have an interesting November, December ahead of you concerning relationships. But again, it's all about taking it back, taking a step back. Is this where I want to be? Is this the direction I want to be heading in? Do I feel good about this? That's really all you need to ask yourself. All right, my lovely Pisces. I'm going to send you out. As always, thank you so much for all your love and support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already and join our little family. If you want to connect with me or ask me questions or anything, feel free to hit me up in the comment section down below. You can also DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. I post weekly posts there, so if you want little doses of tarot guidance in between the videos, that is a great place to connect with the rest of us. And if you ever want to book a private session, all that info will be in the description box below. Alright, my loves, take care, and I will see you in your next video. Bye.